So imagine trying to push a literal fire hose amount of uncompressed 4K video data through basically a garden hose size network.
Yeah, that never ends well. Everything just backs up immediately.
Right. The video stutters, the whole system crashes, and that is the nightmare most AV professionals face every single day. So welcome to the deep dive. Today we are looking at a very specific device built to fix that exact bottleneck.
Yeah, we're talking about the Adder AVM-C30-US 30-port preconfigured matrix switch today.
Exactly. And our mission here is to cut through, the massive catalog of AV equipment to understand why this specific hardware is totally changing how complex tech setups are built. It's all about making life surprisingly easy for you.
Right. And to understand why, you really have to look at what this switch does the second you take it out of the box.
Because it's the backbone of a KVM matrix solution, right?
Exactly. KVM meaning keyboard, video, and mouse. In a professional setting, like a broadcast studio, you have users who need to control dozens of different computers.
From just a single workstation.
Yes. And this switch acts as the traffic cop directing all those massive video and control signals.
But normally, setting up that traffic cop requires, a degree in network engineering. You unbox a typical switch, and you have to manually configure it.
Yeah, to handle heavy video traffic without dropping frames, which is a huge pain.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because this adder switch comes pre-configured out of the box for the Adder AVM matrix system.
Right, which is what's fascinating here. It automatically supports things like IGMP v2, snooping, and jumbo frame rates up to 900 to 250 bytes.
Wait. Is this basically like buying a computer with the OS and all your apps already perfectly set up rather than having to code everything from scratch?
Yeah, it is the perfect analogy. Completely bypasses the usual installation headaches.
Okay, but as someone who isn't a network engineer, the word snooping sounds like a security risk. Why is my switch snooping on my data?
I get that a lot. But it's not looking at your passwords. IGMP snooping is actually a highly efficient traffic management tool. Imagine a really busy mailroom. Without snooping, the clerk just grabs every massive video file and broadcasts it to every single desk.
Just hoping the right person gets it. That would flood the network instantly.
Exactly. But with IGMP snooping enabled, the switch listens in just enough to know exactly which specific workstation requested that video feed.
Oh, wow. And then it routes it exclusively to them, keeping the network totally clear.
Spot on.
That makes total sense. And what about these jumbo frames? 900 and 206 bytes sounds incredibly specific.
It is. So if normal data packets are like tiny delivery vans,
Are jumbo frames essentially massive cargo ships?
that is the exact mechanism, yeah.
Yep.
Standard frames are super small.
So if you try to send high-res video using tiny delivery vans, you just get a massive traffic jam.
Precisely. By pre-configuring to accept 921200 byte jumbo frames, the system packs way more data into a single shipment. The network processes fewer, larger packets, dramatically reducing strain.
Which means you aren't typing command lines to build those cargo ships. The shipyard is running the second you plug it in.
Which brings us directly to the physical design. To handle those cargo ships without a hitch, you get 10 CADEX ports, which are standard high-speed network connections, and 2 SFP ports.
And those SFP ports allow for fiber optic connections, right? Just in case you need to run signals over longer distances.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean? The documentation emphasizes that this operates as an unmanaged device. It doesn't use a dedicated KVM management switch.
Right.
But doesn't unmanaged usually mean like a cheap basic switch? Are we sacrificing control just for plug-and-play convenience?
It sounds counterintuitive, I know. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, for these setups, going unmanaged is actually a massive advantage for reliability. A managed switch gives you a dashboard to manually route traffic and tweak settings.
Right, which introduces a massive layer of complexity. That interface can fail or need updates.
Or get misconfigured by a user.
Ah, I see. So a managed switch basically gives you enough rope to accidentally hang yourself.
Precisely. By removing that management layer, Adder is saying, look, we have already hard-coded the optimal settings into this box. You completely bypass the need for advanced technical knowledge.
So the real innovation isn't just moving video. It is totally removing the traditional barrier to entry for robust AV networks through smart preconfiguration and an easy-to-install design.
Yeah, it proves the most sophisticated technology often becomes completely invisible to you.
Absolutely. Which leaves you with an interesting question to ponder. As enterprise-grade hardware becomes increasingly unmanaged and capable of operating perfectly right out of the box, what does the future hold for traditional network engineering roles? If the intimidating catalog of AV gear is finally learning to configure itself, who are we going to need to build the networks of tomorrow?